Pyukumukrew. Mako here. And we just got done with the max raid stuff, so now we're gonna have to follow Peony out of the tunnel. And let's see where he's going. I bet it's Freezington. Yep, that's where the flag is. Great. Ah, there he goes. Yeah, we've been there already. You don't have to show us this. Alright, let's see. Can I just ride my bike there? Hello, I don't know. Now, why am I getting a cutscene? I was here. What is this? Hello, what are we here? Another visitor? Dude, I was here a few episodes ago. I am the mayor of this fair town of Freezington. I must say, it's a surprise to have visitors arriving in our out-of-the-way town one after another. Might you be here to learn about the legend of the King of the Bountiful Harvest as well? I guess. Never mind. It hardly bears asking. After all, there's very little otherwise to attract visitors to our sleepy corner of the region. Which is a bit of a shame, really. People come all this way to investigate what turns out to be a mere fairy tale. But since you've made the journey, I must offer you this Freezington specialty as a memento. The boat neck sweatshirt. It's a shirt emblazoned with the likeness of the King of Bountiful Harvests. That you just said was a fairy tale. I'm afraid it hasn't sold quite as well as we'd hoped. We got a fair number left over. The illustration based on an extremely ancient account of the king's parents. Hence the unusually sized head. We thought it might make the design a touch more hip, as they say. Oh, jeez. If you'd like to see what the king really looks like, I suggest you take a look at the statue by the cornfields and the statue. Yeah, honestly, when I first did this story, when this first came out, it was very disappointing. I suggest you take a look at the statue in the fields by the center of our village. By the by, I think it's by the way, while you're here in the Crown Tundra, feel free to let your lead Pokemon out of its ball and take it for a stroll. Farewell for now, then. Oi! Over here, Namako! Hey, Peterson, what you doing out here? Also, did I see you last time I was here? Hello there, welcome. I have some lovely goods for sale. Don't really need anything. You come again. Where's the dude who said he would give me carrot seeds? Was it him? Do you want to trade 8 pieces of Dynite ore for the carrot seeds? Yes. Oh, wonderful! This is plenty. Now we can bury the ore in our fields and make our crops huge. Here are the seeds as promised. Yay. Don't go planting their seeds I gave you willy-nilly in the village's fields. These fields are for our own crop. Understood. Are you two still seeing your little thing? Yep. Okay. Hello, Swablu. What are you doing out here? You're a flying type. Okay, if you say so. I think this house was locked last time I was here. Oh. It's this guy. Have you had a look at our statue of the King of Bountiful Harvests? Yes. Aw. Poor Pyukumukrew. Ah. Yeah, here I am. Ah, there you are! Come on, Pyukumukrew. Let's go to this stupid house over here. Cue the bad music. Aha! There you are! This pokey little place will be our lodgings. But as for this moment, it's also something far more important. Our base camp. I know, not much of a base camp is it? Still, we gotta give it a proper air of importance, haven't we? Now, enough faffing off, Demako. Let me tell you what the Peony exploration team is after. Around here, they got a few strange and mysterious legends. For example, a huge hidden Pokemon known as the King of Bountiful Harvests. Not to mention, a massive red tree where legendary flying Pokemon gather. Yeah, we saw the tree already. And furthermore, these great hulking dot-faced giants that sleep in some ruins or something. Yeah, we saw a few of those. Etc. See what I mean? This place is just bursting with juicy legends. And we're not stopping until we found just how much truth they've got to them. And there you have it. We are the Peony Exploration Team. And that is our grand, noble, magnificent goal. Of course, if I had it my way, I'd be doing this with my dear darling Nia. But who knows? They say even chancy meetings can lead to blissful friendships. Oh god. So here's to our grand adventure expedition, Chief Demako. Chief? Obviously. Look, what do you think would happen if the two of us went gallivanting off together? My dear Nia could come along for a grand emotional reunion and find this place empty. Just the thought of it, my own darling daughter sitting alone in this room, pining for her papa. Ah, no, not on my watch. I'd never let that happen. Then go back to the Max lair. So I'll be holding down the fort, Chief. Which means you get the pleasure of being the expedition chief. Which brings me to this. Go on, have it. No, thank you. Look at that! Fits you like a glove! Brought some spare uniforms for my dear Nia would have a few to change into. There's enough to give you one. If you ever need to change or have a kit, by all means, just head into the bedroom back here. I got some different color scarves in there, so switch it up in your fancy bit if you like. Here, have these too. Oh god, what's this? There's a fairy tale in Freezington about the legendary Pokemon known as the King of Bountiful Harvests. In this legend, the king is said to wear a massive crown on its head, but the wooden statue near the fields in the middle of the village shows no signs of a crown. Far, far into the giant's bed lies a temple where there are some giant stone sleeps. On the temple's door are the strange words, "Let the it change when." Door remains firmly shut. Oh, there's another one. Sunken in the sides of Snowside Slope lies a temple where the giant of ice sleeps. On the temple door are the ways, wait to get living still of snow. The door remains firmly shut. Near where green meets snow in the giant's bed lies a stone temple where the giant of steel sleeps. On the temple's doors are the strange words, let, out, no, whack, and heal. The door remains firmly shut. Oh, fun. On the distant paths of the 3-point pass lies the temple where the two giants sleep. On the temple door are the strange words, where the door all be ended. The door remains firmly shut. Oh yay, there's more! When the sun reaches its zenith, it shines directly down on a great tree that with leaves that seem to burn. It is there the legendary wings come to roost. Their legendary clues have meticulously compiled from hours of dedicated tele-watching. First off, why not have a look for a clue about the King of Bountiful Harvest? So like this king's bond with its royal steed, or whatever you call it, runs proper deep. So if I had to name this expedition, I call it... The Sacred Bonds of Sovereign and Steed. I forgot how stupid that text and sound effect was. There's a great big statue of it bang in the middle of the village. Though it says it's not as massive as my notes. Yeah, I noticed that. Yes, I want to change back into my clothes. Okay. Time to investigate the legend surrounding the Crown Tundra. I just got an idea. Here's a little something to help you out. Basketball? That's supposed to be one ultra mega corker of a ball. Use it whenever you think you ought to. I got it ages ago from someone I used to know. Never could bring myself to use it though. If you ever get a bit turned around, come back to the base on camp anyway. You just can't miss it. Just look for the adventuring crew flag I stuck out in front. And made by yours truly. Anyway, I suppose that's that. Let the great adventure begin! Have a smashing time out there. That's 12 minutes of my life I'm not getting back. Alright, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to interact with the statue. Okay. Pikachu, I'm coming back. Here I am. Okay, so let me see if it does the thing already, because this thing over here is the head. We'll get to it. Stop it. Hey, Chief, my pillow's got your eye, huh? You're joking. Your pillow. Hi, listen here, Chief. I got some wisdom to impart. You can put your head on and have a kip. It's a pillow. Okay. Unfortunately, I went and left my favorite pillow back at home. So I went around having looked down for something with my head to rest on, and I found this back behind the inn. Can I have it? Yeah, come off it. You want me to hand over my ultra mega comfy pillow? Really? Sounds kind of a lot, even coming from you, Chief. What's that? You think my pillow's got something to do with the legendary Pokemon? God, ultra mega, seriously? This is just some old thing I found. And if you really want it, Chief, who am I to refuse? Alright. Go on then. Have it. But you better make sure you track that nut legend down. Yay. Alright, now we're supposed to put this on the statue. That looks about right, doesn't it? Hello? Come on, Pyukumukrew. Let's go see what this is. Hello? Mm-hmm. It said ready a Pokeball. I've never actually tried testing if I could catch it this way or not. I know it's Grass Psychic, so let's do Poison Jab, see what happens. One more. Can I actually try to catch this? Let me see. You can't throw a Pokeball, it won't let its guard down. Sure. Then why would the instructions say, do you want to ready a Pokeball? That's funny. I don't know if it's going to use an attack or anything else this turn, so let me use Recover just in case, and then we'll finish it off. Oh, fun! Oh. Alright, it has poison, so let me swap out Pyukumukrew so it can get some experience instead of being left behind. That was legit, too. I didn't see the friendship thing come up, or the tough it out message. Don't worry, Pyukumukrew. I got a plan. Sir Cappy should take care of this. Because Steel resists Psychic, and Flying resists Grass. Alright, just use Drill Peck for the win. Astro? That's not gonna help you. Yay! Mm-hmm. Very good. Did you have fun? Good to hear. Hmm? If you're a psychic type, you should be able to tell me telepathically what's going on. Oh, God.
Oi, oi, what's up? I heard a big ruckus coming from over here. What's this now, Chief? Were you having a Pokemon battle? Huh? What a massive noggin!
Dude, don't hurt its feelings. Huh?
What's this? Ah!
What are you doing?
Ah, yes. A sturdy body, just as I expected. I hope he doesn't mind that I make use of it for the time being.
Are you the Pokemon?
Oh, I see you have grasped the situation already. Very astute of you. I am Calyrex. I am the one known as the King of Bountiful Harvests. I have borrowed this man's body in order to speak with you in person, so to speak. Indeed, there are no words to adequately express my gratitude towards you restoring my statue. In days long past, I reigned over these lands as king. The humans offered me their loyalty and respect, and I was able to bring lush vegetation to the land and give them plentiful harvests, year after year. However, it seems that over many, many years, the people of this land have forgotten my existence. They used to make offerings for me every year, but even that tradition has long since been lost to the ravages of time. You see, it is the faith of the people that grants me strength. And now I have lost all but a fraction of my former power. Even my loyal steed has abandoned me. However, you were kind enough to restore my statue. That act has returned some strength to me, at least enough to speak to you for borrowing the body of another. Now, kind-hearted human, I have a favor to ask you.
Okay.
I must know once and for all whether the people have truly forgotten about me. I wish you to speak to the villagers and ask if they remember the King of Bountiful Harvests. I've tried asking them myself, you understand.
You mean to tell me that you approach them, they see you, and they don't know who you are, and you won't possess them to tell otherwise?
But they treated me like some sort of fairy tale creature or flew into a mild panic at the sight of me.
Ah, that explains it.
Please, kind-hearted human, I beg you to help me.
Calyrex appeared once I placed the crown of the statue of Bountiful Harvest. Alright. You good, Pyukumukrew? Good. Alright, let's make a roundabout circle. See who else we can find. Let's go with this guy. He's just gonna sell me stuff. Of course he is. Lady with the spiel. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I'm rather busy doing nothing right now. Thank you for no help. This guy. The King of Bountiful Harvests. Well, if it exists, why doesn't it heal the land around here so we can grow crops for a change? Thanks. Alright, the lady's over here.
The Pokemon King? Oh sure, my gran used to tell me stories about it all the time when I was a kid. An old fairy tale that...
The King of Bountiful Harvest, I used to believe it was real, you know. I was told that if I made mischief in the fields, the king would steal my body away. What? This one gave the same dialogue. Yes. What about you? You want to know about the King of Bountiful Harvest? All I can tell you is that it's its name. I think it was called Calvin or Callista. That's kind of funny. Alright, you. Do I remember the King of Bountiful Harvest? Why, of course I do. It's only the main tourist attraction of our lovely Freezington. I imagine we would see more visitors if only the king were real. Oh. That's how you ended. Come on, Pyukumukrew. Pyukumukrew? Alright, I'll go talk to Calyrex while you catch up.
Ah, human child, I trust you're able to speak to the villagers. So how was it? Did they say anything about me?
They did, but...
As I suspected, no one truly believes that I am human. It seems the people of this land have indeed forgotten the bond they once shared with me.
Oh, no, of course I'm not grieving. I am the King of Bountiful Harvest, after all. I know better than to count on humans to remember me. This is a different generation of humans. They've never seen you, that's why they don't believe in you.
This proves beyond doubt that I cannot simply rely on human faith if I want my powers to return. If only my loyal steed returned to me, I regained something of what I've lost.
Your loyal steed.
Yes. The four-legged Pokemon that I used to ride all across the land. The very same Pokemon that my statue village shows me riding. Alas, though in ancient times we spent many days together, dashing through the valleys over the mountains of this land. My power waned and I was forced to part ways with it. Now, I know not where he may be. Even if we should succeed in locating my loyal steed, I have my doubts as to whether it has remained, well, loyal. I've lost so much power.
Perhaps the villagers know something about my currently not so loyal steed?
I'd be in your debt if you could speak to the head of the village on my behalf. If you're able to find any information at all, ask him to let me know.
Chief, what if it mastered that? Oh, wait, no, that's normal. I must have fallen asleep where I stood. Sorry about that, Chief. Still, I feel strange, like my body's not quite my own. Guess I'll back to the base and get some rest. Besides, it's freezing out here.
Okay. So I just now thought of this. Calyrex is a grass type. Why are you in Freezington? You're weak to ice.
Okay. So... we're 28 minutes in, and this is just not fun. I guess I'll wait for Pyukumukrew to come. But, yeah, that'll do it for today's episode.
We got a little bit of nowhere, to be honest.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Hence the sarcasm.
So, that'll be all for today, Pyukumukrew. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Namako bushi bushi, namako bushi bushi, namako bushi bushi, namako bushi bushi, namako bushi. So let's play together. Onaka no naka kara, janken poi.